Good morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. Today, inshallah, we will talk about adjectives in English and in Arabic. English adjectives, as you know, modify nouns and noun phrases. English adjectives modify nouns and noun phrases. We have general features for adjectives in English. Some adjectives in English end in ly, such as friendly, manly, lovely, and ugly, elderly, likely, lonely. These words or these adjectives end with ly. I'm talking on page 168. 168. Okay, some adjectives begin with a. So we have some adjectives in English end with ly, and we have some adjectives start with a, such as awake, alone, alert. These adjectives start with a. We have an example here. The baby is awake. Number 3, we have adjectives which are either simple, such as happy, bad, good, or derived, such as hopeful, hopeful, beauty, beautiful, all right? Or participle, such as worry, worried, worrying, interest, interested, interesting, all right? And we have some adjectives which are compound adjectives, such as compound, I mean the adjective consists of 2 words, such as good looking, well off, far-fetched, well known, all right? So we have so many adjectives of this type, Easygoing, for example, he's an easygoing person, easygoing, سهل المراس. Adjectives that can be pre-modified, adjectives can be pre-modified by the adverb very, and we call them intensifiers. It is very hot. There is a difference in meaning between it is hot and it is very hot. In translation, it makes sense. It is very hot. The tea is very hot. The tea is hot. What's the difference in meaning? Yeah, we have a difference in meaning. الشاي قهوة ساخنة جدا لدرجة أنني لا أستطيع يعني in order to compensate the word very in Arabic we use, or the counterpart of very in Arabic is كثيرا. إنه ساخن كثيرا, حار كثيرا. All right? Next. We have the syntactic functions of adjectives. So we use intensifiers before we start talking about the syntactic functions of English adjectives in general. Intensifiers in English we have so, very, completely, absolutely. Is that right? we use them before the adjective in order to give the adjective a strong meaning. For example, you are absolutely right. That is completely true. She's so beautiful. She's so clever. He is so strong. He is very strong. All right? He's quiet, also the word quiet. He's quiet, sound. He's quiet, strong. He's quiet, clever, and so on. So we use these words before the adjectives in order to give the adjective a strong meaning. And we call them in English intensifiers. Now, let's go to the syntactic functions of adjectives in English. English adjectives have three syntactic positions. Number one, attributive, وصفية. They pre-modify the head of a noun phrase. For example, she bought a blue dress. A blue is an adjective for dress. So the head noun here, or the noun here, the noun phrase here is a dress. Now, the word blue is an adjective for dress in order to distinguish it. So we call it attributive, نعتية, وصفية. أي فستان؟ الفستان الأزرق. نعت. Number two, we use adjectives as what? Predicative. خبرية. They function as subject or object complement. She is very beautiful. She is very studious. She is very, let's say, clever, and so on. So these adjectives are used as a predicative. Predicative, we use them as subject or object complements. And if you remember in chapter one, we talk about subject complement and we talk about object complement. This dress is blue. So blue here is a subject complement of the dress. They seem happy. Happy is a subject complement for they, right? Number three, post positive. The third syntactic function or position, is the post positive. They usually follow indefinite pronouns or nouns. There is nothing interesting in it. Look here, post positive. Again, post positive. It means they usually follow indefinite pronouns, nothing, something, indefinite pronouns, or nouns. Indefinite pronouns, there is nothing interesting in it, or there is nothing serious in it. There is nothing serious in it. There is nothing interesting in it. I need something bigger. I need something. Something here is indefinite pronoun. Nothing here also is an indefinite pronoun. Or it can be used after the nouns. The students concerned should come to the meeting. In this case, this is an infinite adjective. This is a past participle. Is that right? So we have a relative pronoun plus verb to be that have been omitted. So this sentence should be, the students who are concerned or that are concerned should come to the meeting. All right? When we use the adjective as a past participle here, directly after the noun, that means we omit the relative pronoun plus the verb to be. So the students that are concerned or who are concerned should come to the meeting. على الطلبة المعنيين حضور الاجتماع. ينبغي على الطلبة المعنيين حضور الاجتماع. لو بدي أترجمها للغة العربية. Now let's talk about adjective comparison. You know, we have comparative adjectives and we have superlative adjectives. Comparison, by the way, when we talk about comparison, we mean we use comparative adjectives when we compare between two people or two things. And we use superlative adjectives when we talk about more than two people, more than two things. For example, he is cleverer than John. He is cleverer than John. I can't say he is the cleverest than John. You can't say that. You can say he is the cleverest in the classroom. He is the cleverest in the classroom. Here you in the classroom. Here you compare one with the whole classroom. Now adjectives can compare two or more nouns or pronouns. In comparative adjectives, if the sentence consists of one syllable or two syllables, we should add ER at the end of the adjective. And if it consists of more than three syllables, we should add more before the adjective. For example, look at words ends with monosyllabic words, dark, darker. But you can't say more dark because dark consists of one syllable. Dark, here you have only one. How can you know that, wallahi, this word has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables? By counting the vowels, in the word. For example, expensive, expensive, expensive. Here you have 3 syllables. You can't add ER. You can't say expensive. It's impossible to say that in English. So you have to add more. Okay, this is for comparative. For superlative, if the adjective, again, consists of one syllable or two syllables, we should add EST at the end of the syllable. Dark, darkest. Big, biggest, biggest. Right? Dark, dark, darker, darkest, big, bigger, biggest. Disyllabic words, that means words that have two syllables. Also, we add ER to the comparative adjective and EST to the superlative adjective. Happy, happier, happiest. Easy, easier, easiest. All right? Trisyllabic words, if we have longer adjectives, more than two syllables in the word, we have to insert more for comparative, most for superlative. Look at the words here. Interesting, more interesting, most interesting. Imagine if you add ER here to this adjective. Interestingier, interestingest, it doesn't matter. And you have a problem in pronouncing the word. All right? You have a problem in pronouncing the word. So this is why we have to add more before comparative and most before superlative. Interesting here, interesting. Look, 1, 2, interesting. You have 3 syllables. We have in English, we have also irregular comparison. Irregular comparison are adjectives that do not undergo these rules. These rules cannot be applied on these adjectives, simply because these adjectives are irregular adjectives. For example, good, better, best. You can't say goodier or goodest. You can't say that. Better, best. All right? Bad, worse, worst. Old, elder, eldest. All right? What other adjectives do you remember? How about less? How about little? Sorry, little. Little, less, least. Right? Little, less, least. Far, farther, farthest. All right? Old, but we have old, older, oldest. So you see here, older, oldest, old. This is regular comparison. However, it can be under this category. It can be under this category. They call it as irregular comparison. However, it takes ER in the comparison and EST in the superlative, and they consider it in English as irregular comparison. Now, let's talk about adjective complementation. Adjective complementation. I think you are aware of comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. For example, this story is more interesting than the story that we read yesterday. This story is the best. This movie is more interesting than the one we watched yesterday. This movie is the best I ever watched. Adjective complementation. I'd like you guys to generate as much examples as you can about comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. You can compare between anything, any people you like, and use the adjectives you like. And the most important thing here is the focus on translation. How do we translate this from English into Arabic and vice versa? Now, let's talk about the adjective complementation. Many adjectives in predicative position can be followed by any of three types of complements. So any adjective, many adjectives in predicative position. Predicative اللي هي في حالة الخبر. يعني الصفة في حالة الخبر. When it is a subject complement or an object complement. Here I'm talking about adjectives which are in the subject and object complement. They can be followed by any of three types of complements. Number one, prepositional phrase. He is keen on music. He is keen on music. If you look at this complement here, we have what? Prepositional phrase. Another example, they are interested in learning Chinese. They are interested in learning Chinese. In learning Chinese here, this is a prepositional phrase. So number one, the complement could be a prepositional phrase. Number two, the complement could be to infinitive. John is easy to please. John is easy to please. Look here, after the adjective easy, we have to infinitive, to please. Another example, the boys are ready to leave. The boys are ready to leave. To leave here, to infinitive, used as a complement of the predicative adjective. Imagine if you say John is easy and you stop. Easy to what? To please, to anger, to what? It's ambiguous, so it needs what? It needs a complement. Complement here could be what? To infinitive. Number three, we have noun phrase, noun clause, sorry. I am sure that they will attend the meeting. Look at the adjective sure here. You are sure what? You need a complement here. I'm sure they will attend the meeting. And look here, that is between parentheses here, so you can omit it or you can delete it. I am sure they will attend the meeting. So this is noun clause. This is noun clause, and it has been used as a complement for the adjective sure here. Another example could be, I am uncertain if Mary will come to the party. I am uncertain if Mary will come to the party. If Mary will come to the party, this is what? A noun clause. And it has been used as a complement for the adjective uncertain here. All right? So this is for the adjectives in English. And you should keep in mind that adjective in English comes before the noun. And adjectives in English cannot be plural. Now we will move to adjectives in Arabic. Adjectives in Arabic can be plural and can come after the noun. فتاة طويلة. رجل طويل. All right? رجل طويل. ولد ذكي. أولاد أذكياء. لحظة تتأثر بالجمع. This cannot be applicable to English. Let's talk about adjectives in Arabic. الصفات أو النعت في اللغة العربية. Arabic adjectives follow the noun, they are modified. And listen, be careful here. Agree with it on gender, number, case, and definiteness. فتاة جميلة. لاحظوا, I can't say رجل جميلة. Can you say رجل جميلة? Can you say that? It's impossible to say that. رجل مذكر. رجل جميل. فتاة جميلة. لاحظت التانيث. إذا تأثرت بالعدد. وما بقدر أقول فتاة جميلات. Can you say فتاة جميلات? Impossible. لكن فتيات جميلات. لاحظ فتيات جمع وجميلات أيضا الصفة جاءت جمع. إذا الصفة تتأثر بالجندر، بالنمبر، العدد، بالكيس، بالحالة اللي هي nominative. فتيات جميلات مرفوع right. وdefiniteness. فتيات جميلات، لاحظ أنها غير معرفة. الفتيات الجميلات، لاحظ أنه ال التعريف الصفة إجا معها ال التعريف. الرجال الأقوياء، الرجال الأقوياء، رجال أقوياء، لاحظ رجال أقوياء. You can't say رجال الأقوياء. تقدر؟ You can't say that. طلع الجملة. Arabic adjectives can occur as heads of noun phrase. Head يعني بتكون هي it takes the position of the head noun in the sentence. الفقراء أسعد من الأغنياء. من الأغنياء، من الأغنياء لأنها مجرورة بحرف الجر من. الفقراء هنا، الفقراء، لاحظ هذه صفة. This is an adjective, right? And it takes and it occurs as a head of the noun phrase. يعني هي السبجكت. أسعد من الأغنياء. هذه مقارنة comparison. قبل شوي بقينا نحكي عن comparison. لو بدي أترجمها للغة العربية. The poor are happier than the rich. لاحظ أنه هنا في عندي أداة التعريف ال، فهنا انعكس هذا الشيء على الترجمة في اللغة الإنجليزية. The poor are happier than the rich. Alright? Have you got the idea? الفقراء للتعريف، الأغنياء. عند الترجمة the poor are happier than the rich. Now, let's talk about adjective types in Arabic. Adjectives in Arabic, there are two types of adjectives in Arabic. We have direct, سموها حقيقية, and سببي, indirect. إذا الصفات في اللغة العربية قد تكون سببية أو قد تكون حقيقية. إذا حقيقية أو سببية، يعني direct or indirect. So adjectives in Arabic could be direct adjective, could be indirect adjective. The direct adjective post modifies the preceding noun. هي بتعرف الاسم اللي قبلها عكس اللغة الإنجليزية. In English, you can't say girl beautiful. Can you say girl beautiful? Man strong. Can you say man strong? You can't say strong man. But in Arabic, it's the opposite, and you have to be. It's the opposite, and you have to be careful to this during translation. رجل حسن. رجل حسن. لاحظ هنا حسن هذه direct adjective لمين؟ للرجل، جاءت بعدها مباشرة. ولاحظ الترجمة a good man. We didn't say a man good. Alright? لو واحد بده يترجم حرفيا word by word بده يقول a man good. This is what? This is incorrect. Because you have to follow the structure of the target language. So the first type is what? Direct. رجل قوي. طالب مجتهد. فتاة مجتهدة. طالب ذكي. طالبة ذكية. لاحظ الطالب الذكي، الذكي، الطالب الذكي، البنت الذكية أو الطالبة الذكية. لاحظ أنه ال التعريف أخذت ال التعريف، إذا الصفة أخذت ال التعريف. مؤنث مؤنث، مذكر مذكر، حتى الكيس نفس الشيء. هذا الشيء لا ينطبق على اللغة الإنجليزية. وأيضا الصفات في اللغة العربية تجمع تجمع تجمع. الصفات في اللغة الإنجليزية لا تجمع. You can't say strong men. We can't say that in English. Strong men, strong man, strong men. The indirect adjective pre-modifies a noun that is co-referential with the head noun. pre-modifies تعرف اسما مرتبط بالاسم الرئيسي في الجملة. مثال: رجل حسن أبوه. رجل حسن أبوه. هنا حسن صفة لمين؟ هل هي للرجل؟ طبعا لا. حسن صفة لأبوه، إذا الصفة مرتبطة بالاسم الذي جاء بعدها. جاء بعدها، هي جاءت بعد اسم وجاء قبلها اسم، ولكن هي مرتبطة بالاسم الذي جاء قبلها. رجل حسن أبوه. أمان يعني تقدير الجملة، يعني الجملة هي الرجل الذي أبوه حسن. الرجل الذي أبوه حسن. A man whose father is good. هنا في الترانسليشن يعني ننتبه إلها. A man whose father is good. A man whose father is good. ننتبه لها. Right? Adjective comparison. طبعا في كمان مثال آخر بالله، خلينا في عندي يعني كمان أمثلة موجودة on page 173. لنا حديقة أسوارها عالية. لنا حديقة أسوارها عالية. لاحظوا، لنا حديقة أسوارها عالية. عالية هنا تصف مين؟ أسوار الحديقة. إذا بدي أترجمها تترجم we have a garden with high walls، لأنه الصفة هنا للحديقة، لأسوار الحديقة وليست للحديقة. كافأ المعلم الطالب الحسن الخطي. كافأ المعلم الطالب الحسن الخطي. لاحظوا الحسن الخطي. الحسن الخطي صفة لمين؟ للطالب وليست للمعلم. The teacher rewarded the pupil whose handwriting is good. Whose handwriting is good. ننتبه للترجمة هذه. رجل طويل أبوه. رجل طويل أبوه. أبوه طويل وليس الرجل، إذا طويل هي صفة للأب وليست للرجل. فالترجمة a man whose father is tall. رجل طويلة أمه. طويلة أمه. هنا طويلة صفة لأمه وليست للرجل. a man whose mother. لاحظوا استخدمنا اللي هو الهوز اللي هو relative clause، البوزيشن relative clause whose. الولد الكبير أبوه. الولد الكبير أبوه. الكبير أبوه. الكبير عائد على أبوه. The boy whose father is old. طيب الولد الكريم أبوه. الولد الكريم أبوه. لو طلب منك ترجمة هذه الجملة إلى اللغة الإنجليزية، الولد الكريم أبوه. The boy whose father is generous. الولد القوي أخوه. The boy whose brother is strong. All right? All right. So this is for the direct or indirect adjectives in